Hello. How are you?
Uh, I'm good, and you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm kind of nervous.
That's okay. You're just talking to me. Don't pay attention to YouTube. You and I are just
Oh no,
talking.
I'm not.
Okay, let me go
All right, that
ahead.
sounds good.
What do you got for me? Let me go ahead and put my view up here so you can see me.
Okay, so um, basis of the story is I'm 22 and I'm in nursing school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in. I graduate next December, and like I'm really trying to get serious about like dating more high value men. And I have met like one person that I would consider high value, but I'm not sure of like how to go about it because I'm 10 years, I'm 12 years younger than him. So I'm like trying to figure out what does he want from me? Like how do I kind of go about it?
How old is he? I mean, do you know if he's? Do you wait? First off, you got your eye on him.
Mm-hmm. He has his eye on me. He drove about 2 hours to come visit me at school.
Okay.
Um just yeah, just someone like I've just like talked to and met. It's not someone like I went and chased down.
Okay. I need to be clear. You said that
Mm-hmm.
you're in nursing school.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. We don't do the mm-hmm. We do yes or no.
Yes.
All right. And how did? And he said he approached you how
Via social media.
to do what? He approached you to date.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just get to know each other.
Okay. To what end?
Um See, he wasn't specific on that and I didn't say anything. I was just trying to
Well,
kind of
see,
see like
that's
how
a
it plays
problem.
out.
He's 34, approaching a 22-year
Mm-hmm.
old. Yes, not a mm-hmm. He's 34, approaching a 22-year old with an
Yes.
undetermined goal. That's not good.
Okay.
He should know. And see, there's a lot of things wrong with this. One, 34-year-old man should not be approaching a 22-year-old woman without a plan. Number one. Number two, you should not be trying to figure out how to get on his plan. Where's your dad?
Me and my dad haven't spoken since I was 9.
Okay. Why?
Yeah. He was really
To
abusive,
whom?
and so to my mom and to me
Hold on. Hold on.
when
Hold
I
on.
was really young.
Let me. Hold on now. I got to ask some questions here.
Hmm.
Abusive to you. See, this abuse.
Like physically abuse,
Okay.
physically
Okay.
abusive.
All right.
Yes.
So again, due respect. I don't know. Um, you have any siblings?
Yeah, I have a little brother.
And is he not?
I'm the oldest.
So did you mean abusive? I mean you got a whooping or you got a broken arm?
No, it wasn't towards just it was more like emotionally abusive towards me, but he was physically abusive towards my
And
mom,
that's,
so they
okay, ma'am. I
split.
gotta be real with you. Your father's relationship with your mother has nothing to do with your father. He is your father. See, far too many of our women want to throw men away and then wonder why you don't know men.
I didn't throw him away. He
I
just never
said
talked.
far
We just
too many of. Okay, I said far too. Okay, let me make it
okay.
clear. Okay, you got some issues with
Yes, sir.
dad,
I know.
so you're not going to fix them on this call, and you're not going to act as though I don't know what I'm talking about. You need to get this square. You need to get your daddy issues in check before you deal with any men. And when I asked you
I've
about
tried
your
to like
father, you're telling me about what he did
uh-huh.
with your mother, and that is not your
Uh-huh.
concern. That was those two grown people. You said he was abusive, and I gotta tell you, what I'm expecting to hear is he broke my arm or broke my leg, and we had to be moved into protective custody. And that's not what I hear often from women. What I often hear from women is a child's point of view on what they saw between two adults, and you don't know. It's all it's coming down to. You don't know. And why is that relevant? Well, daddy issues end up having issues with men in general. Where is your father?
I don't know. Like we haven't talked in like 13 years. We
Okay.
haven't talked.
Okay.
I've wanted to reach out, and I've always wanted to, like, kind of, I'm not trying to make this into like a daddy issues type of show, but I've tried my best to kind of reach out, but like every time it comes to family, I'm always discouraged
By who?
to actually,
The women of
my
the
mom. Yeah.
exactly. Parental alienation happens so often to women. See, I need you to listen to me. Okay? You're growing into your womanhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We don't do
Yes,
mm-hmm.
sir. Yes.
All right. Have you had boyfriends in the past?
Yeah, I had
Are
one.
you a virgin?
No.
All right. So you understand that relationships can be complicated.
Yes.
You cannot judge your father based upon what you saw at 8 years old between him and your mother. And I can almost guarantee your mother has not really told you anything positive or endearing about your father. And when you say you want to reach out to him, it's discouraged. That's all kind of problems. Like it or not, he is the man your mother chose to reproduce with once or how many times? Twice? You got your brothers by your father?
Just once. My mom got remarried.
Is she still married?
Yeah, they're still married.
All right. And your stepfather said what about your dad?
My stepdad doesn't really talk about my dad. They don't really. No one really talks about my dad. He's just like, he's a kid. He's like, it's almost like he's a ghost.
Well, the only problem is
No
that's
one
your
talks about him.
father. I don't really give a shit about anybody else. That's your father. And you need to understand who you got a whole half of you out there that you don't know. And there's a daddy sized hole in your existence. This happens. So it makes sense now. 22, 34. Yeah, no. That's why I say therapy is so necessary with black people. You don't need to be really worrying about relationships until you at least address these issues. And you're not
I
going to be
don't
able
want
to.
to like say.
Hmm?
I don't want to say like I haven't tried to like kind of address them, because I know I've always been extremely self-aware of like what's going on
You
with me
can't do it by
mentally, and like
yourself. You need to. Okay, I got to move on to another call. Let me just tell you this: you're too young. You don't know what's going on. This 34-year-old man, you got all these different things going on, ma'am. You need to address your issues, your father issues, your daddy issues with a licensed professional therapist. And you're not going to get any help with your mother because I will tell you this, there are going to be things that'll come out that you might be really surprised and shocked to hear that your mother was culpable and your father may not have been as guilty. It is not healthy to sit back and tell you you don't need to know your dad. You don't need to know anything about him. That's suspicious AF.
yes, sir. Thank you so much for talking with me.
You're welcome.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're looking at we're hearing from our Godfather, may his soul rest in eternal peace, Kevin Samuel. Today it's really a touching topic. And I mean, so many relationships, so many marriages are broken up, and women end up going with like children. And of course, as women, and I'm also a woman, I talk from that point of view. Women usually poison the kids. They tell the kids so many bad things about their fathers. Of course, there are those physical abuses that the children might also have seen. However, I don't want to believe entirely that it is because the men are bad, and that is why there are always those physical fights in marriages and relationships. And The issue is, I think, learning from what Kevin just says. I think it is very important that women do not mix their relationship or their marriages with the children. I mean, if you have misunderstandings and things don't work out, I believe it's not the first. Maybe you got someone you're not compatible with. I think it is very prudent that you leave the kids out of this mess, and you work out a plan on how the two of you can co-parent, of course, with time. And I think this is very good. Thank you, Godfather. Thank you, Samuels, Kevin. And guys, don't forget to follow on Instagram and on Twitter and on Facebook at Kevin Samuels. And also, because these shows have been very informative, very knowledgeable, and very educative, we shall continue to bring them to you. We shall continue to fetch them out so that we also don't just learn as people alone, but you also get to learn and understand and be able to decide on your own. Because I mean, if your advice doesn't mean that you take the advice wholly, you need to add some sense in it and then take out what you believe is gonna be helpful to you. Otherwise, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for listening in.